That's all happening on the screen at the moment. Whoops, got to turn some of that off. Alright. Welcome. Hello everyone. It's me. Just gonna do some painting tonight. Like we so often do. Or play board games. Bucks is joining me later. We're going to talk about Guilds Inn, which is this weekend. 2 days away for us before we fly down. Or in his case, fly up. So, the plan for tonight is for me to try and finish off this big hairy orc. Yeah. I finished Secret Invasion. It was... So, of all of the Marvel shows that I've watched, it's the most disappointing finale. I've enjoyed the Marvel shows on the whole. Even Falcon and Winter Soldier I got some enjoyment from. That one was, unfortunately, hello Kung Fu, unfortunately, a little on the predictable side. And resolved absolutely nothing. It sucked. It sucked big hairy fat ones. I'll give it some more time. Maybe I'll change my mind. Yes, aside from that, I'm excited for Bucks to get on because I'm pumped for this weekend. We're going to have a great time. Last time we all saw each other was in March at the Arc Open. I don't think it's an interesting conversation, Kung Fu, because I tend to agree with you. Now, I'm not normally one who will have too many issues with something. I like to look on the bright side of life. But I think they've turned away from what made all the other ones really, really successful and good. It'd be hard to pinpoint though, because I mean it's 15 years nearly since the first Iron Man came out. You go back and watch that now and it's a completely different pace to what we came to expect from the other ones. They've built themselves up so much. Like, I don't know how you ever come back from what they've done. Like, how do you ever top Avengers Endgame? How does any cinematic experience ever top that? It's 20 movies, 11 years, all culminating in one crazy experience. You know what I mean? Just wild. Just absolutely wild. I don't really know if I want these things on there, but gotta do it, I guess. Yeah. I mean, how do you top it though? Like, seriously, how do you top that film? It's just not possible. Now, I'm someone who enjoyed a lot of the movies that many people did not. You know, I really liked Eternals. I've liked a lot of stuff they've done. The things that have really resonated with me, though, in the recent stuff has been like Moon Knight. It was so interesting because it was just about a little dude, you know, just about his struggles existing. G'day, Carl. What's happening? Okay, match fixer. Painting this orc. He's a big boy. He's a big lad. He's got all sorts of doodads on him. Maybe too many doodads. Come on! Glue, goddammit! Well, the inspiration for my blue orc is Bunny painted a version of the bust of this model. That was really cool. So I decided to paint a blue orc like hers. But in terms of where the model's from, it's from Hera. Alright, everything's glued. So, hello there, Timbo. What's happening? Still a little bit of this one. See how that feels. Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, we've brought pallet cam back. Some dude was excited about pallet cam last stream, so I brought that back. Feel free to ask me any questions about colours. I'm sure I'll be able to answer them. Probably. How many entries are you bringing, Timbo? Well, I also have... Damn it. I have 4 that I've packed so far, 1 that I've sent down, so I've got 5. And I've got 2 more I could bring, this one being one of them. So we'll decide by the end of the stream if this guy makes the cut. Hello there, Jakuru Art. Jakuro. I am wearing a hoodie. Yes, it's been really chilly in my house. I have a lot of tiles, and the last, I reckon, 2 weeks it's been very chilly. Yeah, you just enter each. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The Australian scene is not really big enough to justify that approach from Fan Model and other European shows, because if someone's only planning on entering one piece, because our scene's pretty small, their only option is to enter a display, which you probably charge, $20 or $30 for, versus if someone wants to just come down and enter 1 or 2 pieces, they get charged $10 for that. They're more inclined to enter. The downside to that is, people that want to enter lots of things probably don't, but our scene is just very, very, very small, and so we have to factor in things like that in our decision making. Like, what is likely to generate A, the most interest, the most entries, and B, what is going to make the most money for a sustainable event. Unfortunately, the two are sometimes not operating together. Made me feel self-conscious about my hoodie. Hello there, Migback. You coming down on the weekend, mate? Oh, wonderful. I had a realisation this week. This will be the first time that many of the painters that know me relatively well will see my works for the first time. There's lots of people who haven't seen my works in person. So, that's interesting. Pretty weird. 140 people's, not massive in terms of painting competitions, but I think there was something like 900 entries I heard through the grapevine for Fen. So we're probably aiming for 100, I would think, at this event, and we've got maybe 40 people signed up, I think. So again, it's all relative, mate. If we got 140 people, we'd be absolutely chuffed at any event in Australia. No, this event, this is just purely a miniatures event for this one coming up. There's other events across the year, including one in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, called Queensland Model Hobby Expo, where we get all sorts of artists coming along. There's scale modelers and Gundams and all sorts of stuff. I did a live stream from there a couple of years ago. It's fun. Diorama painters. Yeah, knitted models. Interesting. Someone just messaged me. Who messaged me? And what do you want? Probably Bucks to say I'm not coming. I'm having a tantrum. Queensland Model Hobby Expo, QMHE, is the one coming up in Brisbane. I think it's the 21st, weekend of the 21st. So that's exciting. And then there's another event here in October, which is a little bit more broad, but there's a miniature event. There's also GHMX Expo at Strathpine, which is also in October. There's a few events around. Yes, down at the old Ipswich. Used to be held at the Redbank Collingwood Sports Centre, but they outgrew the space and they're now down at the showgrounds in Ipswich. It's beautiful. I won Best in Show a couple of years ago. Alright. Switching sides. Has anyone across this new TikTok trend where people pretend to be NPC characters? Can anyone explain it? I'm so perplexed. I'm just absolutely flabbergasted. And I mean, I know I'm old, right? I know I'm well past it. I'm comfortable with that. But I still feel like I'm pretty technologically literate, pretty savvy when it comes to, how the internet operates. My meme game is strong, etc., etc. But I'm just absolutely floored. G'day, Chromonaut community. I'm very well, mate. I just have no idea what's going on with it. I can't reconcile what's happening. Why people throwing money at it? Just amazing. The internet's a wild place. Alright, so one thing I haven't done at all with this model is step back and take a look at the whole piece, because there's a lot happening and it's hard to do that really when you've got big chunks of the model that aren't attached. So we need to take a step back and look at this from the whole once I've just done a little bit more and see how we're feeling about various elements. See what things we might need to add, change, or otherwise. So I'll paint the axe, paint a little bit of this gear, and finish these things off. And then we'll just have a real general overview of how it's all looking. Hopefully by then Bucks will be on and we can get his expert thoughts. Looking forward to sitting in on his class on the weekend. Sledging him. So go back to 6 entries. Oh, thanks, Connor. You don't need to do that, mate. Paid well enough in my normal job. Hello, Tip Top. Ooh. That's nice of you, mate. We're not friends, though. We're work colleagues. Remember that. I don't have friends at work. Or friends in general. Mostly because people don't like me. I have no idea, hey. I have no idea how... Kayla and I were actually talking about this at work the other day, how this NPC TikTok thing, it is absolutely beyond me. Well, as I was saying, I'm up to speed on the internet. I know how the internet works, friends. I'm good at the internet. And yet, this... this thing is absolutely spinning me for 6. Do you think there has ever been a generation in history that has had as big a change as what we're experiencing right now with the technological, like just how fast technology evolves, adapts and changes and moves? Because, I mean, back in the day, the wheel came in and the fucking universe lost its collective minds for about 500 years just building wagons. That was it. People losing the plot over wheels. Woo! In so many ways, we're very fortunate in the world that we live in, but I really struggle with some things. Yep, fair call, fair call. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Let's hope we don't start any wars over... Ooh, yeah, ooh, nice, ooh. Banana, ooh, nice, ooh. Maybe I should try it. That'd be a pretty good NPC. Gang gang. Yeah. Maybe that's my real calling in life. Maybe it's not. It's not painting toy soldiers. Maybe it's being an NPC TikTok celebrity. I reckon you secretly love it, Kaylin. I reckon you're on there every night dropping bucks. Yeah. Gang gang. Roses. Oh, shit. My wet palette has not been changed for a couple of days ever since I started this piece. That's unusual. Normally it dries out. I've managed to keep it just moist enough that the paint hasn't dried out, but I'm having to do a lot of work to revive it. So I just started rewatching a TV show that I've watched a couple of times. uh, Called The 100. So I like to alternate between watching stuff that is new and exciting, and also watching stuff that is calming and reassuring because I've watched it before. So I'm rewatching The 100. I have not yet watched the final season. I've watched all of the others a couple of times. Oh, Emily in Paris. How good was it? Did you finish season 3? What a cliffhanger. So the thing I really like about The 100, obviously it's a sci-fi show, which is a good start for me. It is just a show of ethical dilemma after ethical dilemma. And you find yourself asking, what the fuck would I do if I was in that situation? It's really, really interesting. Don't know if it's great. I don't know if it's great, but I've enjoyed watching it multiple times, so it must be okay. Yeah, Emily in Paris was unreal. Enjoyed it. Yeah, any of them, rock and roll, left, right, and center. What's that? What's the blonde chick's name again? Cammy. Get amongst it with Cammy. Jeepers. I'd be potting it from so many different directions she would think she was surrounded. Good show. Good show. I'd even get in with Gabrielle. Jeez, he's a good looking bloke, isn't he? Look, well, it's fair to say that I enjoy, yeah, Alfie's good looking too. Well, it's fair to say that I do enjoy a good sci-fi show. I'm also quite partial to just a lovely drama about attractive people, particularly if it's set in a medieval or London society. Love Downton Abbey, love Bridgerton. Great shows. Love Emily in Paris. Fantastic. Drama. Anyway, Timbo, give the 100 a go. The pilot is a little bit deceptive, I think. I just rewatched it. I'm up to episode 9. I just rewatched the pilot. It's a little bit deceptive. I think the show is better than the pilot suggests it will be. They tried to cram a lot into the pilot, I guess. They mostly do. And it feels a lot rushed and... Oh, I hear a sound.
Good evening, my friend.
Hello, Andrew.
Andrew Buckley reporting for duty.
Roger. What's going on, my man?
I'm wrecked, but we're here.
What are you wrecked from?
Well, I can be a bit of a cookie at the best of times. So
I hadn't noticed that about you.
It's been a bit wiggity whack over the last. G'day, mate. Over the last few evenings.
Last few years.
Last all of my life, but no, particularly cooked.
Are you cooking up a banger? Is that what's happening? You cooking up a banger in secret?
No, I'm not cooking up a banger. I spent the last night painting the final little bits for the Theodore and Dorothy bust, and that's it. I'm going in to be nice and refreshed. You know, I want to kind of embody what this event is about, and although there is a competitive component to this, it's really a mid-season get together. It's a nice little get yourself sorted and load up for Crimson. For me, anyway. Like I'm looking to recharge from this event and use it to fire up the engines,
fire up the juices,
with the brush as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
So that doesn't mean that I honestly feel like I'm potentially taking one of the best things I've painted, but so I've given it a good nudge, but I've just not done what I normally do, which is go right down to the wire. So probably, to be honest, mate, because we've got travel as well.
Yeah.
So there's a few things to organise as well. So, or maybe I'm just getting better at time management. You know?
Possibly.
But yeah, no, we had a lovely weekend, albeit a bit sleep deprived. So we went to the Dark Moon Fair. I think I was mentioning it on the last stream, or when we were catching up on Sunday. We came back from it.
Yeah.
And that was really good. But as I mentioned, I think I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, like just ready to go, like. And the festival ticket wasn't until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think
you peaked a bit early.
Peaked a little bit too early, and I sort of when I'm on that level, when I'm on that shit, I sort of expect everyone around me to get on that level too, you know. So I just basically expect everyone to be a mirror around me, you know, and just reflect that energy back. So I'm not sure why my wife is still with me at this point, because being woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning, like it's go time, let's get ready, wasn't her. I didn't necessarily have a good time. But Yeah, so I had a sort of a rough night's sleep, and then that night after I caught up with you, I fell asleep at 9 o'clock at night, and then I woke up at like 12:30, and then I was awake for 8 hours. So I was awake till 8 in the morning.
Good,
So
good.
that was a wild ride, and then I went to sleep for like 3 hours, got back up, picked back, did some painting, a little bit of painting, and then yeah. So I've just been kind of adjusting, and then I thought I'd adjusted last night, and then I go to bed. I went to bed early last night. For me, that's like
10 o'clock.
yeah, no. For me, early is like 1 o'clock in the morning. And our sweet little cherub of a daughter decided that she wanted me to hear and Yana to hear every word on the TV this morning. So she wakes up promptly at about 10 to 7. So yeah, it's been a deprived few days, but we'll
Hello, Yonda Haro.
hello.
Buenos dias.
Yeah, we'll get there, mate. We're not going to let that stop us from having a good time, are we?
Well, it certainly won't stop me. My sleep's been fine. But,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. I think if I could have a superpower, that might be a superpower I would choose. To over and out within like a minute of wherever I am in the world. In any situation, to be able to just go to sleep.
That's got to be, of all of the suggestions for superpowers that I've heard, that's got to be the dumbest one I've ever heard. My superpower is I'd like to be able to go to sleep quickly. What an absolute waste of a superpower wish.
Maybe that tells you what it's like to not be able to sleep easily.
That's all time. That's
Yeah,
all time Buckley right there.
that is right. That's about as good as me once saying that maybe the single miniature gold is better than the best in show award for Golden Demon. The Slayer story. Do you remember that one?
I do.
That was a wild take.
Yeah, hot takes.
Yeah, he shames me about a lot of things, Caitlin. A lot of things. But we're out here still.
Oh,
I'll take it in broad
Kaylin,
strokes.
I've got to tell you the funniest story, Kaylin. So Bucks calls me the other night and he goes, "Why the fuck is Winnie messaging you?" I'm just using his nickname. He actually said his full name. "Why the fuck is Winnie messaging you on Facebook?" Because Winnie posted on one of my pictures, because I added him on Facebook after he left, and Bucks is like, "I've been best friends with that guy's sisters since fucking school. They've gone to parties together. Bucks and Winnie have known each other for 15, 20
Yeah.
years."
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. So I was in his sister's wedding, in their bridal party, in one of his sister's weddings, bridal party.
And I've known Bucks for what, 3 years, 4 years?
3 years, 3 years, yeah. 3 years now.
And this has never come up, not once. And I was like, yeah. I said to Winnie, when I came down to stay in March, I was staying at Bucks's house, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Outrageous.
Very small world. So his sister is actually married to one of my best mates as well. So yeah, and we're kind of like doppelgangers. Where am I in the world? I'm in Victoria.
Yeah, he's down there with you, Caitlin.
Yeah, I'm from the mean streets of just about all over, in all honesty. But I reside right now in the southeast.
The big V.
Yeah, I sent Dave a message yesterday. I said it's about time we go and put all these New South Welshians on notice, right?
Is he pumped?
Very.
That's good. Is he going to make it, or is he going to pull out at the last second, do you reckon?
Well, he said if he hadn't have bought his ticket already, he probably would have been second guessing it after the weekend he's just had. But the ticket's bought, so
So he's coming along.
yeah.
Yeah, nice. Suck it up, Colwell.
Are you even Victorian if you're not putting New South Wales people on notice? Exactly right. In fact, Queenslanders like to have at it with the New South Welshians as well, so they kind of cop it from all sides, really.
And well, they should.
Well, they should.
Pack of dogs, they are. Pack of dogs.
Yeah. And I'll be ready to We will let them know about it on arrival, literally coming in off the airport.
I will be wearing my Queensland State of Origin jersey and looking for some fights, I think. Just ready to punch on.
I'm gonna come in with the hot coffee when I don't even drink coffee. I'm gonna turn my nose up to every New South Wales shin who meets my gaze, and they're gonna know right where I'm from.
Outstanding. Remember that series you lost, you fucking dickheads?
Yeah, you guys smashed them, didn't you?
It was over in the second game, mate.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been.
Oh, courageous. Oh, mean.
Yeah, fucking dogs. Yes.
So you've made some adjustments to this one. It was a good choice putting in some silver into the shoulder pad to break it up.
Yeah, let's. I'll just finish tweaking a little bit of this, and then we might have an actual look at it because I haven't really had a look at it as a whole and made an assessment on how it's looking. It's probably, I might struggle to get it by. There's lots of little details on it, heaps and heaps of little details, and I feel like if I try to smash everything, it might not work. My issue with it is there's just a lot happening. It's a very busy piece, and I haven't really done a lot to minimise that noise yet. So we'll have a look at it in a second when I'm finished with whatever it is I'm attempting to do right now.
Chatting to DC right now.
Oh, good.
Actually, he's messaging me about he's got a car on.
Tell him to get on Discord and come and talk to us.
Oh, mate, you've got a better chance of. I don't have a great saying for those ones. Do you have any good ones for that?
I got more chance of getting pregnant.
Yeah, you got more chance of getting pregnant. I should have said you got Buckley's than none.
Good one. Enjoyed it.
So yeah, are you excited, mate?
I am excited. Yeah, no, I'm pretty jazzed. I said on the stream a little earlier. There's many people that I'll be seeing down there who've actually never seen any of my work.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a weird thing to say. I mean, in the hand, obviously everyone's seen it on stream or whatever, but as you know, bad photographer.
Yeah, it's a common thing for most Australian miniature painters to be pretty average at photography. Outside of DC, and I think Ben's made some really great leaps recently.
Concur. He's doing some good stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of a weird feeling for that. No, obviously you guys have all seen it, so
many times.
Doesn't matter.
I'm very fortunate to have one of your paint jobs in my home. Actually, I'll be very fortunate to have another one coming in very soon, as we will be ticking over 100k very soon.
Well, you got that in writing?
Well, I don't know what happens these days. I probably should hypothetically be at like 150k, but it bugs out all the time and like denies me from getting points. So I don't know who you've spoken to, mate, who you've given the rub to, because you're trying to keep me off this goal, but it's going to happen. Boy, goalie, it's going to happen. 100k. And then I'm going to ask the stream what they think you should paint for me, you know.
In case you're wondering what he's talking about, I agreed, potentially, there's no evidence to suggest that I did agree, to paint a model if anyone collected 100,000 points of watching my stream.
No. Just if I collected 100,000 points.
No, I'm pretty sure I said anyone.
Plenty of people have already collected 100,000.
I'm pretty sure I said anyone.
Oh, did you?
I think I said anyone who gets 100,000 points, because I was like, there's no way anyone get 100,000 points. As if.
I know that someone like Whopper or someone had like 150k, so...
No. How you've been watching the stream for what, 2 years?
So
don't be
coming
ridiculous.
Up 2 years, yeah, coming up 2 years now.
Don't be ridiculous, mate. I'm not going to let you get it that easy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you check? It should be on the bottom of your chat bar.
Depending on what you're watching.
Do you know what he calls them? And here's some absolute serendipity or wonderful forethought. He calls them
Deno bucks.
How good is that?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Hey, Robbie, yours
93,000!
is at 93.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, you're fucked, mate.
Alright, well, first in best dressed.
Yeah, so it does feel nice to kind of have a night or two down to just sort of relax and steadily pack stuff away and then be good to go.
Yeah, this afternoon I packed up all my pieces bar this one, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to go pretty much. So that's good. No last minute rubbish.
No.
Got a lot of fucking reflux tonight. Hey Jared.
Hey, Jared. I bet you Jared's busily painting one.
Yeah,
one
Jared.
last
How many are you bringing, Jared? You got 50 or something, mate? There's 70 entries. Are 50 of them yours? How many entries are we at now, by the way? 80.
80? Well, we're over 100 because you don't have any entries from me, any entries from Ben.
Have you not bought your entries online yet?
No, I'm terrible.
You guys are fucking awful.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
You're bad friends, all right? Just put it that way. You're bad friends.
Okay. I can live with it.
All right. We need to assess this piece because I don't know.
What don't you know about it?
Well,
You've done some good things, so you've definitely balanced out the blue. Did you knock the blue down a lot?
tweaked it a little.
Yeah.
So this is technically this is the front on angle, which is interesting.
Yeah.
The base design. I've used the plinth that I've turned
Yeah,
sideways.
turn it on sideways.
Yeah, and so this is the front. So that's the angle I've focused on. This is supposed to be the viewing angle. However, I think this is sort of a more interesting angle. Looking at it.
That's the actual viewing angle.
Yeah,
There,
yeah.
So if I would have done anything, it's probably would have changed the light source to be on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Of his. Yeah. But I've done that before on a some
Well,
models like this. They're quite tricky. They kind of ideally want to be on round bases.
Yeah.
I think. But
I did not have a round base. I didn't have a round base big enough, unfortunately. So, but I also like the idea of using a different base. I've done heaps of fucking round bases. I've done heaps of square bases. I've never done a rectangle base that's angled like this.
And on its side, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. I think that the problem is that angle is the one that I've focused on, and that's the one that looks the most complete. This angle, it just is a little bit unders, and I'm not sure we're going to have time to make it look good, but this angle is obviously also great. Highly recommend this angle. No, Jared, I don't. I've only got one night, mate, because I fly down.
We're flying Friday.
Hey, Wes.
He ain't gonna be. Hey, Wes. He's not gonna be painting on.
I'm going to be painting on Friday.
Yeah, that's for catching up.
Yeah.
That's for immense shit talking and good food.
Vegan pizzas.
Veganti.
Vagine.
Q-Dog. Well inspired by Stormies.
It is.
You got a tattoo to slap on him, yeah? Are you doing that?
Well, this is the thing. So, the proportion of these things is really annoying me. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I almost
the neck piece.
Yeah, I wish I had sculpted over it and not added them.
Yeah.
But because I just think it makes it a little bit too busy. There's just so much happening, right? When it was the no neck piece, that whole torso area was so cool. Just looks so interesting.
Yeah.
And now it kind of gets a little bit lost, and I probably haven't got quite enough focus on the face. Maybe that's what I need to do, just tweak a little bit on the face.
It's quite interesting, right? Because I've criticised this bust version of this for being quite a pinhead. And I wonder if he's quite pinheaded because when you put the necklace on, the bone fifth necklace, or the bone claw necklace, it puffs it
Accentuates
out a bit.
the pin in
It
his head.
accentuates it. But
I think
then
it looks
I
like.
think, is it good? The thing that's like, yeah, is it the thing? Is the thing that's accentuating the face actually? Is it taking away from the piece by what it is, but adding to the head, sort of thing? You know what I mean? Like it's a bit of a double-edged sword.
Wes is a fan of chaos. He wants me to cut him off. He wants me to cut him off. He likes to see Big Dano under pressure,
Yeah,
just making crazy decisions.
yeah.
Come
Looks
on,
like
Wes.
your older brother, August. So it's quite the older brother you have.
Exactly, mate.
A 9 foot orc.
Some men do just want to watch the world burn. Wes is one of them.
Where's he going to be at the Guilds Inn on the weekend?
Yeah, you coming down, Wes? I don't know if they have a children's category, but you can still enter the big boys one and, throw your hat in the ring.
You're signed up for everything. Oh
Awesome.
God, you're coming to listen to me chat for a few hours. That's brave, Wes. I'll make sure that Sebastian and Liam give you a good
Better value for money.
a good serve of knowledge.
It's good for you, mate. You're a top bloke.
It's very kind of you. Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, because they sold out. It's I think we'll probably make them bigger if we can next year. It all depends. We'll learn a lot from this regardless, and yeah, we'll go on.
I won't.
Maybe Deno will be the key feature for one jam session next year, and I'll play the supporting act.
Unlike you, mate, I don't need help.
Okay, no problem.
That's a bit rough. You're a good man. You don't deserve that from me today. Should be building you up. It's disappeared. Come back, Bucks. We love you. A-grade tantrum. Well done. Well played.
What?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. I liked it. Wes, you don't need to be scared about... No, it wasn't you, mate. It was me. I'm a horrible friend. You don't need to be scared about going to things like this, mate. Everyone's happy that you're there.
Yeah. No, we'll have a good time, mate. We're there to just share our love for this thing we do, and hopefully learn from each other if all goes well. Taking the week off to paint? That's awesome.
Wish I could.
I wish I could take the rest of my life off to paint.
Yeah, that's well said.
What does DC want now? You finished cat today as well, so tomorrow should be good to just take some photos, get packed, and mostly have a restful day.
What did he finish?
He finished his entry.
Good. Wouldn't want to give him best in show for a half-ass effort, would we?
Dave, he doesn't know he doesn't know how to half-ass.
He loves a full ass, does young David.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a possibility that I may take a little time off. Don't tell anyone I said that. People at my workplace that are also observing this call. I'm feeling a bit sick.
I have full faith that you will find 10 hours between now and the deadline to get things done.
Timbo, mate, if you wanted to, you would.
I'm here to elevate you, Timbo. Deno is here. What are you here for, Deno?
I'm here to get results, mate. I'm trying to get results. Timbo just finds ways to excuse it every time. It's piss week.
So by the champ's own admission, quote, I have never put so much of myself into a single project.
Oh my goodness.
It's taken a lot.
Have you told me what it is? He certainly hasn't. He's afraid of telling me now because he thinks I'm going to hammer him probably.
Yeah. No, I'm proud of him.
Oh, good for you, mate.
I'm proud of him. It's a big undertaking. Things change as well, and I could be ignorant here, or just way off the mark. You've done box arts before, right? Did you do it for the Descent, the board game that you did?
No, I didn't do any box arts for Descent.
Yeah. It must be challenging to do one-of-ones when they initially are one-of-ones, where you're kind of responsible to a degree. I'd say even more than box arts when it's just for you, because a box art you're going to get a art direction and a brief on what they want.
Yeah.
But when it's just for you, you're kind of just out flapping in the wind.
There's pros and cons to both, isn't there?
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, freedom. I mean, what is it? Being given rope, really.
Yeah.
You can either use that rope effectively, or you can use it to hang yourself. It's your choice.
I find too much direction stifling, but I find the freedom can sometimes be overwhelming.
Yes.
When I'm starting a new project, I usually just think to myself, what do I want to achieve out of this project? You know, what little thing am I trying to do?
It's like a little voice in the back of your head that whispers.
Yeah. So this one was easy.
What would Bucks do?
This one was easy. I said, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what Bucks would do. No. Yeah. This one was, how can I pay homage to Bunny's model? So yeah. I just started from there and was like, cool, I'm gonna follow that path and see where that leads, and then now we're here and I can start to take a little bit of Deno and add a little bit of Deno into it. But
yeah.
Some projects it'll sit there and I'll just be like, I don't know what's happening. This is fucking terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what we're really talking about there is is Sergio all right? Calm down, mate. Trying to hit the same stream time as we are.
Calvo.
Yeah.
I'll fucking send that dog a message. Get out of here, guy. This is my time slot, pal.
All right, Calvo, mate. Get us on. Let's go gate catch your stream.
Calvo!
Yeah, Timbo, you can do this. Like, it's,
I don't know if you can, mate, but Bucks thinks you can, so.
I think you can. I believe in you, and I believe that, we'll sleep when we're dead, mate. Soak up as much of this beautiful life as you can. Rinse it dry. Take everything. Give nothing.
Give them nothing, but take from them everything! A sword day, a red day, the sun rises. How good is that fucking scene? All time.
Punch for the popular base. Theoden is a good rouse, but he doesn't really rouse me that much.
What? Theoden's...
Yeah, doesn't really get me that much.
Oh.
Fantasy speeches don't often, because they're not based in like a truth, right? Like, it's hard to get like motivated when what you're asking me to do is ride out into some fucking ring-mates flying giant demon bats, hellspawn worms that are just gonna like pick me up and eat me instantly.
William Wallace.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. All right.
Not bad. I think sports ones are the best, personally.
Okay. I don't hate it.
Al Pacino's in Any Given Sunday, right? That's a pretty main one. Denzel. in Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans, yep.
You'll do it. You will get it done. And you'll feel excellent. No matter what the outcome, you'll feel excellent for getting it. And you'll think, man, I just clocked another step on that path up the mountain.
And I'm still going to spray you for it, mate. I hope you know that. Fuck, I'm a good bloke, eh? You're a New South Welshman, so you deserve it. But no, I'm really excited for this weekend, mate. It's sort of crept up on me a little bit. I feel like we were talking about it 2 months ago.
Months
we were
ago.
yeah, we got heaps of time, and then boom, I've got a job where I now travel to Tasmania and
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Some other interests in life popped up. Bit of sport.
Bit of sport, yeah, playing the old touch football. Bit more sport.
Yeah. Look at this. He loves a little Dano spray. All right, Timbo, you're going too far now.
Yeah, mate.
Too far. You're entering unexplained territory. No one man loves Trent Denizen more than unexplained. So if you start entering that, he'll defend that space with honour.
I like that guy. He's an intelligent man.
He's placed all of his eggs in a singular basket.
It's very, very true. Yes, he has.
No, you have done. Didn't he do a recording for you?
Yes.
For your phone?
He did several. Yes.
With his sweet Canadian voice, yeah.
I mean, he's an attractive man, right? There's nothing. Can't say anything other than that. But yeah.
You had what? You had some fudge. Some special fudge. Nice. How you feeling? Don't know. Could you please make me a cup of tea, my beautiful maiden? You're not really a maiden anymore, though.
No, certainly not.
Yeah. You're what?
I'm a matron.
You're a matron or a harlot.
Oh, a harlot is a bit rough. That's a future Mrs. Dennison you're talking to, Bucks. You watch your mouth, mate.
Oh no, what have I done? The future Mrs. Bucks, eh? Mr. Dennison. Oh, no, what have I done? Oh. I'll have to find that later. That's a great loss for my army of marks. Let's check this one out.
Yeah.
Look at this. One more.
Yeah, another one.
Guy.
You love these little guys, don't you?
Got this little guy. He's pretty cool. Hold up, because I'm not done. Got his little mate over here.
Yeah.
Got this one. Got this one here. Can you see him? He's pretty cool.
You love these little guys, eh?
Yeah. Hey, mate. You think I'm done? Get out of here.
Oh, you got more.
Got this little guy here.
Oh, look at him. Is that Moana?
This guy. Yeah, this is the one I wanted from the start. This little one here. Yeah, this little champion. And then, I'm still not done.
Oh, my goodness. Why would you be?
Look at this one. You got wings, mate. You got a little jetpack.
Oh, Bucks. There's one great quality that you have, mate. It's that you full pussy everything, don't you?
I'm unapologetically myself.
Yeah. I love that about you, mate. Well done.
Yeah. In fact, I've actually surrounded myself with people who are really unapologetic to who they are. I think that's a trait that we share. I think that's a trait that the mighty Ben X Layton definitely shares.
He does.
And I think Storm's Bunzo is pretty close to that as well, right?
Yeah. Maybe not to the same degree as the rest of us. Although she does have a weird obsession with little Korean men.
She does. She does indeed. Amongst other things, I think she's had a few decent fixations in her time. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm just down on the ground, just having a wander. I lost a little hand, and I can't really leave things like that alone. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. So you're going to have to deal with it with me.
All right,
We're on a
mate.
journey together.
Try not to have a meltdown about it, eh?
I'll do my best.
It's just a little guy.
But you know, I can't guarantee it.
Fair enough.
Well,
All right. We
so,
have to.
you know, while I'm on this journey, tell me something. Tell me a fact. Tell me something. You know.
Bucks, why
Change
don't?
my mind.
All right, why don't boxers have sex before a fight?
Why don't boxers have sex before a fight?
Yeah.
Why is that, Dino?
Well, they don't really like each other, mate.
Well, that's a pretty good reason not to have. Well, actually, it's not a pretty good reason to have sex with each other. Some of the best sex you'll ever have is with someone you don't like.
Oh, come
Or
on,
someone
mate.
that doesn't like you.
Come on, mate.
Yeah.
Bit of hate sex, you reckon?
Oh, have you? You know, I mean, we've probably all had a go at it.
Oh dear. You're a good man.
What's up? I think that's every relationship I had before, Jan. They none would like me. Clearly. Right?
Well, it doesn't really count if they hate you, but you don't hate them. Because otherwise, that's you and I in a nutshell, mate.
Well, I hate you, but you don't hate me.
No, as in every woman we've ever dated hates us, but we don't hate them.
Yeah, exactly. We're lovers by nature. Yeah, I've ruined my day. Blasted off this little guy's hand, and it's not one of the ones that I have doubles of, because I have 3 that I have doubles of as well. So I didn't admit that on the stream. Yeah. I thought this was a family show.
What gave you that impression? Was it the lack
Bro,
of?
did you see any Vin Diesels around you?
Was it the lack of C-bombs that made you think this was a family show? Come on now. I don't know how I feel about this piece, Bucks. I don't know.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know.
Was this supposed to be like the pride and joy of the show?
No. It just was supposed to be an homage to Bunny, but I feel like I'd be disrespecting her if I don't, really try and make it good.
Yeah, but you don't want to disrespect Bunny, because she'll tell you to. Yeah.
But I do remember how much pain she went through painting her version of it, and I feel like that made her piece less because she got that point where she hated it. I'm still enjoying this at the moment, but do I stop it very soon before I start to hate it?
Look, I am one that always goes for a little bit of hate. I probably stick around a little bit longer on pieces than I should sometimes. And like I said, a little bit of hate sex with this is good.
Interesting.
Can we describe the same concepts to miniature painting? How funny is it when you get down on your floor
Yeah.
and you've got a hobby space, you're just like, oh, how funny is it that I was looking for this thing 2 months ago for friggin' 45 hours and couldn't find it? What? Nah, don't worry, I'm just making a point.
There was there was a hand, if you remember, the other week off the Vampire Dial. No, I haven't yet.
Did you find
I haven't.
what's her name's hand?
I haven't.
The other week, by the way, mate, was literally 9 months ago, champion.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
Absolute.
Maybe. My sense of time is sometimes a little askew. I just have such a great life, mate, that the days, the weeks, the months, they all blur together. Just like
if it popped off into here, I've got no hope. None.
How's that oblong light helping? Is that making it better?
That's not an oblong light, all right? That is a Tiffany lamp, and I forgot what it's called. What's it called, Yana?
Geometric.
It's a geometrical lamp.
Yeah. Is it helping, do you think, the geometrical lamp?
Well, it's keeping me fucking calm, so yes. distracted. Big Child's posted something on Instagram. What have you posted, Big Child?
What have you posted,
Oh,
you
cool.
saucy little minxes?
Very nice. Well, you know what? I've ruined my life.
Is the game
I've
over?
ruined the whole collection.
Ah, well. Better chuck it out then.
Probably will, to be honest. Sorry. Yana will find it later.
She will.
Get the vacuum cleaner? Yeah.
The future Mrs. Dennison. She can find anything, mate.
The future Mrs. Dennison. Maybe one day. But I said, you've got to, like I said, friend, you've got a better chance of marrying me than you've got of marrying her.
All right. Well, let's just keep all options on the table at this point.
Yeah. He's like one of those, you know, like those stray animals that you meet in the street, and then like when they bond with you, that's it. Like they're just going to be there forever.
Yeah.
That's what she's like.
Your mama.
She's like, yeah, that's you, isn't it, Jan?
Hello, Space
Yeah.
Toy.
I think you're obsessed with me.
You think both of us are obsessed with
Yeah.
you? Well, it's healthy for me.
Yeah.
I'm your husband. it's weird for Deno.
You don't think it's weird, do you, Jub? You think I'm the best? She thinks I'm the best. Confident.
You don't know absolutely nothing, mate.
I know. A man can hope.
A man can only hope.
Reading, trying, watching Love Island.
You are eating Thai and watching Love Island. Who are you talking to? Us?
All right. Have I reached peak orc? Have I reached? This is the maximum that.
I think you reached peak orc a long time ago.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
It's an interesting piece. I don't know if I like it, but I also don't know if I hate it.
I'd probably prefer to see a little bit more refinement in a few areas, but I don't know how much it's going to add to.
Well, that's the thing. I could spend another 5 hours on this,
Yeah.
and would we look much different from now?
Well, then ask yourself, what do you want with this? You have to ask yourself what you want with this. What do you want from it?
Space Toy, you can always say something, mate. That's the wonders of the internet. People
Can
can't
you tell
stop
me where
you.
my little hand is, Tyson? Can you tell me that?
Oh, Tobes wins the colony with a 10. I had a wonderful. Thank you, mate. I had a wonderful phone call this afternoon with.
Who gave you a phone call?
Well, just a scammer, and he said,
Oh, really?
"Yeah, no, it was a good one." And you know, I either go one of two ways on scammers: I just hang up, or
Yeah.
I just like to keep them on the line for as long as possible. And so this one was like, "Oh, hello there, Mr. Dennison. You know, I'm just calling in regards to some money you invested in Bitcoin not long ago." And I was like, "Oh yes, I did invest some money in Bitcoin." He's like, "Well, that money you've lost, you might be able to recover it." And I said, "Well, I've got to tell you, champion, I didn't lose anything, mate. I made about $4,000." And which is actually true, by the way. And he's like,
Yeah. Did you have a little dabble with
"Yeah, had a little dibble dabble. Why not?" So anyway, he goes, "Yeah, but you also lost some on this trading platform XF or something." And I was like, "Oh wow. So what's the situation, champion?" And he said, "Well, look, you know, unfortunately your information's been released, and they've taken your name, your phone number, and they've given that money to someone, and your information's not secure." And I said, "My goodness, I can't believe that's happened." He said, "Do you have a phone or a computer in your house?" And I said, "I do have this phone that I'm using right now." And he said, "Wonderful." I said, "But it's not connected to the internet." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I don't have any Wi-Fi at my house. I live in the country, you see. I'm in the country."
Yeah.
So, and he's
I'm
like,
a country boy, mate.
"Thank God I'm a country boy." And he goes, "So you're telling me you don't have an internet connection. I said, yeah, that's right. I've just got my phone and the Wi-Fi. There's just no signal, but I'll have the internet at work when I work. And he's like, mate, this is such an amazing opportunity for you to recover the money that you lost. I was like, but I made $4,000, mate. He's like, yeah, but you also invested in this other one, and someone's got your details and they've taken your money. I was like, this is incredible. This is a wonderful day for Big Dano. And he said, well, can you get access to the internet? And I said, oh, look, I can. He's like, great. Well, I'm going to tell you how to get your money back. And I said, how much money have I got sitting in that account, mate? Just out of interest? And he's like, well, you initially invested $250. And I said, that sounds spot on, actually, now that you think about it. And he's like, and that's now turned into 40,000 US dollars. I said, unbelievable. 40,000 US dollars from $250 that I poorly invested. I can't believe this is a great turn of events.
This is my lucky day.
He said, this is a life-changing moment for you, Mr. Dennison. I said, thanks, mate. And he goes, so how are we going to get you the money? I said, no, look, champion, I don't need 40,000 US dollars. Just give it to the next peanut, all right? See you later. Fucking hell.
Look, I thought that you were going to give him a bit more of a spray down.
Well, I've edited it slightly. I've edited the conversation a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I did say some words that aren't suitable for this stream. It's a family show.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, it just infuriates me, man. It infuriates me. Because there are people out there who would have heard what that dude was spinning and would have been like,
important.
Did I? Maybe I did. Oh, no. And I think scams are so obvious, but fucking hell, man. It must work. Like, they must get some.
No, they'll get plenty, heaps. But the sad part is they're just going to get, they're going to take money off people who are vulnerable to take money off. And, like weak C words, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's those awesome YouTube channels that like go after scammers.
Yeah, I love those ones. They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. That's right. They make it obvious because if you catch it, then you're not the target market. If you don't catch it, then you're cooked. I don't know, man. I think I might just call this one.
Whatever you like.
Thanks, mate.
I'm here to be the wind underneath your wings.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be.
You can fly higher than an eagle.
Well, I'm hoping that Jim's got some. Oh yes, Deno for the win.
What just came through for you?
Oh, look at this. No one's gonna have any idea what just happened here in this game. But I'm playing a game against Koki.
Okay.
I'm playing a game against Koki and Wedgie and Tobes, and Big Deno just assassinated Napoleon right in his fucking face. It is a clutch play. It's actually magnificently timed for me. I'm so happy. Oh, that's Deno at his best right there. Fucking hell.
Was it Koki? Who you got?
No, mate, I can't get Koki. He's too good at this game. I can't get him for shit, but I'm happy with that one. That's a good one. That's a good win for the big man. We'll take you. Well...
I may have given myself a good solution because I plucked a hand off one of the spares and maybe it's the exact same hand. And that would be ideal.
Yep.
I've just got to check. My God. I preach just relax and have a good time, but I'm not very good at it.
No, you're not.
Hey, let's have a look. You should bring up some Macs and have a look at them. This could be a fun project for you and I. Do a Mac kit.
A what?
A Mac kit.
What's a Mac kit?
A Machin and Krieger kit.
Oh, what, like one of those big chick ones?
No, not a big chick. They're like the robot ones.
Yeah, I've done one of the big chick ones in a robot suit.
Have you?
Yeah. Might see if I can find that actually, because that was a cool model. Let's go trawling through the depths of my Instagram. Oh my god, I'm so happy I just assassinated Napoleon. I'm gonna fucking tell these dickheads. Oh my god, suck shit. We've been playing this game. We've played this game non-stop for the last
Like years, right? You've been playing this game.
yeah.
It's the same when you're playing the phone, right?
Yeah, we've been playing it for years, but this one. Yeah, here we go. Is this it? I've just smashed it. Alright, we'll go over here. Can we see that? Yeah, I'll fix that a little bit. Anyway, that's gold. I'm so happy about that. Ah, good times. Good times. Alright, it's a long way back though, so you'll just have to wait for me to scroll. This was back when Kaha and Pietrek came over to teach classes. And Pietrek really loves all the Industria Mechanica models. I don't know if you've ever seen that brand. I might even type that in here. Industria Mechanica models. I'm sure they had a...
I really want to get Sandwave. This is the one I want most. That's a great little guy. And the super rare one's the Repairman. I only need Sandwave, Flame, Sunrising, Dusk, Amethyst.
Oh, he's turned his business into purely three-dimensional prints. Interesting.
Very nice. Did you see that you're getting the Fur are giving out a couple of free miniatures with like purchase?
Yeah, it's good. Do. There's one of the box arts I've done. Little goblin.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, for
Terrible Kids stuff.
yeah.
This was awesome, by the way. Did you ever see this guy?
He's Spartan. Yeah, it was good.
It's mad. The wonderful pirates. Yeah, I did some good stuff actually.
You're about to hit prime time.
Yeah.
Go back just a little bit further.
Look at that.
I call this pushing Deno.
Yeah, this is when Deno was really trying to strive.
Yeah. Shake down the top
Yeah.
top tables, right?
Yeah. Did some good stuff back in around this time. That was a nice desaturated palette on this piece. I don't think I'd do enough of that really.
Yeah. I think that you had a bit of you kind of fell in love with a style of painting.
Yeah.
But I feel like that love might change over the next 18 months.
We'll see. There's a good one too. Look at that.
Yeah, I like that one. That's really good. That's like really, really good.
Yeah.
Can we get a bit of that back?
Nah.
Why not?
Look at this bad boy. That's some peak Deno right there.
Vince, your thingo pallet's in front of your
not my palette. Get out of here,
Get
palette.
that wet palette out of here, please.
Get out of here, palette. You suck.
Yeah, dog.
You dog.
You dog. Kakarot, you dog.
You dog. Look at this. Still one of the greatest moments of my life.
Sharing the stage.
I'll just open this up so you can see. Look at that.
Look at you.
Look who's
Sharing the
there.
stage with men and women vastly greater than you are, my friend. Look at the company you keep
Every
up
person on
there.
that
Get out of
stage
it.
is significantly superior to me in every way. Yes, that is Ruben Martinez, Mark Masklins, Francesco Farabi, Andy Wardle, CHK Studio, Kaha. Oh, what a great moment. I was on the stage with those guys.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at how happy the guy is. Look at his face.
Oh, look at you.
I don't know who the other
Look
guys
at
are. I don't know
me.
who the other guys are, but I'm sure they're fucking jets as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. What a magnificent piece, Deno. You've done well. Won a medal. Happiest day of my life.
One of my goals, Chad, is to stoke the fires so much in the big fella that he goes back for one more round on this level of painting where he almost breaks his love with miniature painting just to produce a masterworks.
Could do.
He could do.
We'll see.
We shall.
Still painting.
Still going.
Still in the fight. Oh, look at this. This is good.
10th round. How you gonna finish the fight, mate?
Knockout punch.
Look at Colwell just chopping you out. Big praise.
Where? He does. He
Go
does.
back.
He does love a bit of Big Deno.
This is when you guys were right in the midst of it with each other.
Yeah,
right?
we were having a go there. I think.
I think this is quite nice to look at.
Yeah, I think this is one of my favourite things I've ever done. It doesn't get anywhere near the kudos. Well, that one's pretty good too, but...
Can I tell you the biggest mistake with that model you made
Yeah.
was painting a fucking hair pink.
Yeah, I was going through a phase where I just really liked the pink hair, and I can't really
You got
explain
to
why.
go with what you go with, but I think on reflection, because that's what 3 years ago now that you painted
Yeah,
that. So-
nearly 4, yeah.
Nearly 4 years ago, right? So you look at that piece and you look at the metallic that's on it,
Yeah.
and you go, "This is some, inspired works here."
I really
It
like
almost
this.
looks like a piece of art that you carry around in your phone.
Yeah, look at this little
A
necromancer.
particular breastplate.
Look at this guy. Yeah, the pink's not too bad, but I get your point.
Well, it just takes away from
The intent,
whole-
it was,
the whole-
it was supposed to be a focal point. It was supposed to be the bang.
yeah.
And
It's playing with focus, right?
yeah, didn't really work. Here we are. We're getting into some interesting ones. I got this model still sitting in the.
Can I just make a tiny suggestion?
Yeah.
And this is not. I'm not punching out at any.
You can-
lashing
you
out
can
or
punch
punching
at me
out
as
any-
much as you want,
Any
mate.
of the current miniature makers, but some of these models from back then are just really good.
Yeah.
Like the early Cult of Paint models, they're quirky.
Yeah. This was great. I was happy with that. That was good stuff, didn't I?
Oh, I have a little bit of a confession to make, actually.
You hate that?
No. So I started watching some anime over the weekend.
Hmm.
Just every few years, I get a little spark to watch something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I started watching some, and with my recent feelings about where my painting is, and I feel a little bit more unlocked, and I'm like, there's a lot of cool science fiction-y models that I've not painted in the 75 or bust range.
My
I've kind of stayed away from science fiction stuff, right?
I'm getting into some cyberpunk vibes at the moment. I'm keen to try the cyberpunk aesthetic out. Do you remember? Did you ever see this Nurgle army I did?
No, but I just bought a Nurgle Demon's Army.
It's fucking
I was
awesome, man.
I was going to go looking for this for some inspo, actually.
I painted the there was a tier list that was going around for a while, which had the 3 great unclean ones with Rodigus and mate. I played it. It was so much fun, and
Yeah.
I went ham, absolutely ham on AOS for a while. I did all this
Yeah.
in 7 weeks. How good's that? 7 weeks.
Pretty good. Oh, you went
Full Nurgle, mate. Full Nurgle, 7 weeks.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
And
so I've got a similar little thing right now. So look at this. It's in the box right now, but I went and scored one of these. bad boys.
the big boy, the great unclean
It's a
one.
beautiful kit, right?
It's a great
It's
kit,
Pretty
great kit.
timeless one, that one. So
You also
and then
get
20
you get lots of
20
great
play
Nurglings
birds
too.
and a bunch of their characters.
You get great little Nurglings in there too.
Yeah, well, that was like the double down, you know.
Yeah, there's a little Nurgling who's standing there holding his sword like he's a fucking great unclean one. He's the best. This is Monty. We took Wally. Well done, you little champion. This was my first year at Monty. This was my display. It's not a bad display.
Let's have a look at your first year display. Yeah, gotcha.
It's not a bad display. And also put this one in. And honestly, I felt like this was actually my best piece that I entered. And I thought to myself, I might not get an award for any of these, but I may be a chance for this. I thought this might sneak into a bronze. I might show this off a little bit more, but I got nothing. And I was at Masters, yes, absolutely. I went in with the mindset of if I'm not gonna go in half-assed. If I'm going for Masters.
I can see why I got nothing if I'm being completely honest
Yeah.
with you.
And I would make changes. I would do a lot of things differently now, but the actual level of painting was okay. The composition was interesting.
I think you've always had pretty strong composition, mate. I think that's something that you. I think people who come from a pretty deep miniature background tend to have pretty good eyes for composition. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's an
Don't you reckon? Don't you reckon that's not too bad? Like, look at the lines there. There's a good line from that.
All right, so I guess the line's good, but that the platform in which the rogue is jumping off.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. The floating parts, yeah. This is probably a good example we can pull up for like not quite getting negative space right.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. There is no negative space. In fact, if the whole column was gone, this piece is probably a much more interesting overall.
Well, you could actually, in all honesty, push the column back to the rear ground, right, and have them all in front of it, and have the column on the angle that it's on now, that right angle, because it's sitting in the corner there. You know what I mean? You could have had that on the other side of this platform, and it would have worked really well.
Yeah, the guy at the back is a bit superfluous. I don't really remember. So the initial inspiration for this model was I was just really excited about this little figure. It's one of the Judgment models. It's called Kvato, and it was meant to be reminiscent of Quaid. Start the reactor, Quaid.
A bit Master Blastery as well,
yeah,
right? The classic like short king with big fella.
Yeah, so I just really love the model, but it was such a weird model. Didn't really have an aesthetic that fitted in with anything, and then because of the angle of it, I was like, well, maybe someone's jumping down on him, and that's why he's sort of standing like that. And then for some reason, I added that Necromancer, probably because I just really like that Necromancer model. An opportunity to paint it never goes astray. But
no, it's a classic, isn't it? You know,
I reckon I would be able to redo that significantly better. Now, I wonder if I should
pretty cool take right now, right?
Yeah.
Is OSL is OSL a reliable technique to take into competition painting?
Not unless you're fucking good at it.
But even if you're good at it, it's still, you know, it's a technique that this is maybe my bone that I've had with OSL, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people out there that'll prove me wrong, but OSL is like probably the most photo reliant technique out there.
Interesting.
Because it gets boosted off black background, right? Like incredibly. So you can control the parameters of the OSL by...
Well, here's some OSL that I did that was pretty good.
Yeah.
By the way, this got like 1,000 likes on Facebook. I don't know.
Did it?
You just post some Space Marine fucking...
Yeah, man. You know the Tyranid that I did?
Yeah.
A little time ago? They got 1,500.
It's fucking wild, eh?
Yeah.
Guys just love Space Marines. This is good. This is my first time I ever did non-metallic metal that I thought actually looked a little bit like metal. I think
looks readable.
Yeah, OSL's a challenge, man. Like, I think it can really add to a piece, but if it's
but in the end, the three-dimensional focus of a miniature means at some point what you're seeing is an area painted a color that from an angle doesn't look right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Right? It's the same with rim lighting, right? Is like rim lighting is really cool, but
all of the big child chibis from all of the Marvel United stuff look absolutely fucking sick from the front and the back until you turn them on the side and they've got a big blue fucking line down them, and you're like, well, that doesn't look like anything. So this guy's sick though. Look at that dude. He's meant to be like Neo from the Matrix.
Yeah, let's keep on going. Where's that from? I'd love to paint that model.
Yeah, it was mad.
Where's that from?
That's from Judgment. So I did a couple of box arts for Judgment back in the day.
Did you? Can we track down those models?
I could probably send Gunzo a message. But yeah, so
That's a nice.
it's awesome, eh?
model.
This is another Judgment one, Zonya. She's actually a really good model too.
You know, I'm a bit. Storm loves this model, yeah.
Yeah, great model.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Space Toy? If I was bashing it, I was indeed, Wes. All I was saying was, I'm not gonna go enter in standard if I think I'm a master. Why would I enter in standard? To me, that's disrespectful to everyone. To just go splash around in a kiddie pool. So I put myself in a level that I thought I belonged in, and unfortunately for me, I was wrong. But
What Deno's telling you is, if he goes to the diving boards, he's going to walk straight up to the 10-meter tower, and he's going to jump off it and make an absolute goose of himself doing it.
Yeah.
But he's going to learn more doing that than going off the 4-meter board where he feels comfortable, or the 2-meter board. So Deno is a whole hog,
yeah,
all the way in type character.
throw the full length at it, or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Here's me rolling down a hill.
Which means win big and lose big.
Well, it's in my perspective that it's the kiddie pool, but doesn't have to be your perspective. Yes, I love rolling down a hill. Do you ever roll down grass hills? That's great fun. Here it is. I found her. Look at this.
Yeah, I remember this. This is huge.
It's massive.
You know what you did here, mate?
What?
You gave her the smallest little eyeballs.
I know.
The smallest pupils.
I actually went back and changed those, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the dude. Let's go have a look at this, because this dude's awesome. This is the artist that was inspiring them. I love this dude's style. There she is. That's the artwork. And I based it on the artwork. I tried to make it as close as possible to that as I could. But I would do a better job now, I think, if I was to try and do that.
That's a nice piece.
Yeah. I did give it way too small eyes.
No, for Monty 2024, what? Paint this giant thing.
Man. I remember it took me a long time to paint this. A long time.
Yeah.
I would do it a lot quicker now, I think, but...
Beginner's mind, though, right? Like, it's that classic, like, you just don't know what you're biting off, so you just go for it.
Yeah.
You just go ham.
This was fun. Don't know if it was good, but it was fun.
This is very, like, 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very 80s. Very, like, early Mike McVeigh.
There you go, Space Toy. Just because I'm calling stuff kiddie pool and bashing things, don't ever listen to me, mate.
I think it's all about what it means to yourself. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if you're asking me, I'd probably be wading straight over and entering into masters under the same premise that I think I would learn more from that than entering into standard. I guess you might even say as well that we travel a really long way to go as well, and that impacts us, don't you think?
So does Jared, but he's decided to soft cock out as well. Come on, Jared, go to the Masters, mate. Don't do standard. You're better than that.
Yeah. Jared's got a 2-year plan though, mate. He's going to run it back the year after. I think he's going to do back to backs if he can.
No, you can't do both, mate.
Deno, did you like your own?
Did I like this?
Mate?
No.
Look at this, Deno 111.
Wait, that's my dad, you idiot.
yeah.
That's my
Deno's
dad.
He's got burner accounts. He's been boosting.
That's my dad, Francesco, the legend.
Yeah.
This was a good piece. This was a piece that I was really chuffed with.
Yeah. Where's this model come from?
So this is another Terrible Kid Stuff model.
Why haven't I painted this model?
Don't know. And I went very heavily into Frazetta style, like skin tone. It's very greyish, but there's a lot of colour in the skin. And then I tried to make the head be completely different tonally. This was back in the era when I couldn't do non-metallic metal, and so I did everything in true metallics. Here's another example of my dioramas at an early stage where I didn't really get composition. The balance of that is just slightly off. Everything about that could...
Because the storytelling's great, right? It's him coming around the corner in a race, just being like, "You're not going any further, Chief."
Yeah, but if you look at that, just the balance of where everything is just off. You know? If I just moved the Wraith, faced him outwards slightly more, moved the dude across, so you just had a nice balance. Yeah. Space Toy, you're allowed to be offended by stuff that I say, mate. But if you compare Standard to Masters, it is absolutely a kiddie pool. And Standard is still a very high category. I think a Standard at Monty is probably on par with just about any other competition in the world. But kiddie pool, you splashed around in the kiddie pool, just cop it. This is my Kingdom Death era. Did some Kingdom Death models.
Are you saying Space Toy was there just copping it sweet?
Yeah, he's got to cop it.
He's just sitting with the Keithy George?
Yeah, just cop it, mate. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, Bunny Bun. Look at that.
Bunny!
Look at that very vaginal designed.
Yeah, thank you, I hate it.
That's pretty good.
Thank you, no, it's not. No.
How's it?
The model's fine, but
That's a seed. It's a seed pod from in front of my house.
Yeah.
And I put it on the thing, and I was like, "That just looks like a vag." That's just
that's 8-year-old hobby, bro. That's
Kingdom
like
Death.
like walking out the front door and being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna grab my seedy face from my garden," which you can do.
Kingdom Death at its best, mate. A sexy nun walking out of a giant vag. Can't go past it. That's the wonderful thing about Opinion Space Toy. We're all allowed to have different ones.
What's he got?
That's good.
Was
I did some great Kingdom Death bases actually. This was in a time when I had some really great stuff sitting in my box.
That's a nice piece of wood.
Yeah, I had some nice bits of wood. You know, some nice chunkos.
It's a strong, firm piece of wood.
And doesn't it feel very Kingdom Deathy too? You know.
Yeah, sure, kind of. I picture Kingdom Death like just the lanterns is the big image.
Well,
comes
yeah.
to mind. Like just pitch black is what comes to me.
This is not too bad either, actually. This is the
you
second one of these.
You painted both versions of this.
I think I've painted two. I've painted two of this.
Do I complete the trio of bus and do Savage Beauty?
You definitely should do Savage Beauty. Yeah, you should.
To go with Breast and Soul Rack.
Yeah, you should definitely do Savage Beauty. My Cormac. Look at this little guy.
Great Cormac. Yeah, see, look at that base. That's a good base, man. You sculpted. You put the sculpting work in.
I did.
Yeah, get that guy out of here. I don't care about that guy. Can you go back to
this one?
The sculpted base. You put sexy bricks up, and you don't even show me.
I know. I put a lot of time into my bricks there.
Yeah, this to me is like one of my most favourite pieces of the hobby. This stage right here, the way this looks, I get these weird nostalgic feelings for being a young guy, you know, sheepishly looking on at Oz Painters forum and watching all the jets of their time do stuff like this on the miniature scale, and just thinking, maybe one day if I try really hard, I'll be able to do this. You remember those days?
I do, absolutely. It's that little voice in my head that drives me to do the sort of stuff I do.
I want to paint this model.
Enjoyed this model a lot.
I really want to paint this model. I think I should paint this model.
It's a great figure.
I think this should be the next model I paint.
I did this model, and then I went to Monty and I saw Robert Carlson's version, and I nearly creamed my pants. It was just incredible.
Rockland?
Yeah, Rogland did a version of this, and it was like all teal colours. Man, unreal. This is Asura. It's an Indian god. It's from Alexandros Models. It's really cool.
It's Shiva, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
no, it's not. No,
Asura.
It's not Shiva. No,
Asura.
Shiva's
Three-headed god. Here's me teaching a class at Irresistible Force. Look how skinny I was, busting loose. Great times. Here's another great piece of Kingdom Death.
What were you up there? What were you saying right in that moment?
Something about volumes, probably.
Eat
90,
ass and go fast.
90
As the great sport
yeah.
say.
90% of what I say is about volumes, really.
Yeah.
Thick thighs save lives. Space Toy, you're never going to convince me, mate. You splashed around in the kiddie pool. Yeah, good little model.
I really want to paint this. I want to paint this. Not an easy one to get now.
Yeah, I think I got one in the box.
And you have look what is going on with the champion on the turtle.
Ah,
That is a phallic looking.
I will show you that guy because it's from a game. Let's have a look in here for you right now, Bucks, because I've got one if you want one of these.
One of those, yeah, because that was you taught that, didn't you?
I painted that at a class, and I think I bought like 30 of them. So I think I've got one left over.
You
Maybe.
beauty. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Storm. Maybe we should partner up. Like we should do an order together to try and cheapen it. What do you think? There's a couple of things I'd pay from Kodia. Probably some of the more gothic-y stuff. I've shamelessly never painted my wife a thing. I feel terrible for that.
I'll paint your wife a thing.
Trent. Relentless. He's relentless, chat.
I've got 2 boxes of like stuff, and I'll add all sorts of weird doodads from pieces to it, and then every now and then I'll go on a rampage and I'll use them.
Under other.
Yeah. But I was sure that I had one of those little dudes. There's one of his hats, I think. Aha! I knew I had him.
Beautiful. Put it in the case for me, friend.
I will, mate. I don't know if I got his hats though. They might just have to be a ball one.
It'd be a one day paint, you know, like all afternoon paint. It's been a while since I've been able to sort of let loose like that, you know, be a little bit free with it.
Space Toy, why are you so upset that I'm calling it a kiddie pool, mate? Beautiful. Great models here from Rising Sun. Oh, this is a cool piece. Look at this. This was awesome. This was back
pretty cool.
when I had no idea what to do with colour. But look at the base. Space Toy, if you're not saying something controversial, mate, you're probably not telling the truth. Look at that. That's awesome. I sculpted half of that. That's cool.
I love if you go up to the. I can see where learnings are. Like, so if you cruise up to that girl there,
Her.
she's so like looking at the scale 75 models, like bust and stuff. The blue coat lady.
Oh yeah, her. Yeah.
Yeah, on the left hand side. Yeah.
Yeah. She was quick. I did her very quickly, but
Yeah.
I did some interesting things. Oh, this is pretty cool. Oh, this is awesome.
That's
Because
another bust I'd really like to paint.
Angel Giraldez commented on my post here. Look at this.
Did it?
So good. Angel Giraldez likes Big Geno's work.
Nice.
Yeah. Angel Giraldez.
Nice. That was what I felt like when Sergio was like one of the first, I think, big painters that made a comment on one of the things I painted.
That was an interesting figure.
So well that night.
I did. Oh yeah, hey, go plug your YouTube channel, Kramernaut. You've only got 2 videos so far, but they're both good, interesting videos. You should go plug it, post it, do it. Oh, this is one of my favourites. Not necessarily my paint job. The paint job's okay.
Oh, look at you getting the artist shot there. Yeah, I want to paint this model. This is a.
It's just got such a dynamic shape. It's just a really cool,
paint.
interesting flow. Everyone go follow Kramernaut community.
Is Chromenaut's miniature painting, right?
Yeah, look at this. Look at this
Is
artist
Chromenaut
shot.
who we gave some feedback for his Pina
No,
Stingo?
no. He did a box art for Torbjorn. His latest Kickstarter.
Look at Storm. Get at it. She's got no chill.
Go, Bunny. Tell him what's up. I never finished this. I reckon I'm going to be out.
Like I think I've thrown a hot take out and just slammed people for OSL this
I've got about 30 or 40 little projects like this that I started, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be awesome, and then just never did it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
All right, I don't pay attention.
Never challenge my memory, sir. I'm an elephant.
Whatever. Look at this. That's the second one of Savage Beauties I did, and then I did the bust as well. Sick.
Where are you from, Chromenaut?
Denmark would be my guess.
Denmark,
based on his
yeah,
accent.
sweet.
Well, Bunny, we're going to make it a good time this weekend.
You ready to fight?
You can punch me anytime you want. You just pound on.
Yeah, bro, we got to put Bunny in bubble wrap.
Look at this one.
As it yourself. I want this model more. No, not this one. The one above it. I want that model
Which
so
one?
much.
The cat one.
Yeah, I love
Abdul Rashid from Black Crow.
Yeah, I love it. Black Sun.
Bunny, I will happily be your punching bag for the whole weekend. You can just punch me. You can say, you suck, Deno. Whatever you want to do, I will happily help you express your frustration on me in whatever capacity you desire. See you, buddy. I think I did an alright job on this. But I didn't really understand
Yes, mate, sorry.
much. I was really trying to do a warm and cold contrast,
Yeah.
and I just didn't do it at all.
It did. No, it didn't.
And like, there's just random splotches of lime green for no reason. It's interesting looking back at these because I could do such a different, potentially better thing now. Oh, well done, mate. Bronze. That was done in Roman Gruber's class.
Yeah, love this model too. Did he do something weird on the back of his head?
Yeah.
Gave him an eye or something?
Painted an eyeball. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the dick.
Yeah, painted a little ball sack on there. Get in.
Yeah.
It's good times. This was all my entries in Crimson Crystal Dragon that year.
Yeah, Storm, please do not worry about your lip at all after the endurance of Jub at Crimson Brush. Yeah, you put a good slog in. You've tucked a Mama Booho in there as well, which is something that's rapidly climbing up my list of things to paint.
Let me tell you why. So I'll tell you a story about this year. Gruber came in and judged this event in the same way that a European event would be judged. I got four.
Similar.
Yeah, I got four medals in total for my entries. And Mama Booho, I think, was actually probably my best piece that I brought along.
And did she win an
She
award?
got nothing.
Yeah.
So
I think we experienced something similar with Natalia coming out this year.
we did, but we
She
didn't
was
have
good
we didn't have anyone fighting for
Yeah.
the way that we wanted to do things when Gruber was there.
DC. How many models did DC take to that? Is that his first one that he went to?
Yeah,
that would have been his first. That was his first display model.
could be the first one he attended, or maybe the second one, because I remember talking to him about it. That was his collection there. He had a couple of little.
Yeah, that's it. No, that's it there. Yeah.
Yep.
He just took those 3.
No, he had quite a few.
Yeah.
5, 6 years maybe. What's the date? 287 weeks. Five. Yeah, so 5.5 years ago. So 2018 or 2017, one of those. So many models. I gave this to Seb. I'm sure he probably just chucked it out, but it was one of his twisted models. I painted it for the competition, and then I gave it to him and said, "Here you go, mate. You can have this."
Very much like to fulfill a great desire of mine, sir. Very soon.
What?
I'd like to collab with Seb.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
I'd like to paint something for him.
This is pretty good,
If
actually.
he'd be so interested.
This is pretty good, really.
That is pretty good.
There you go. 2017, that was. Did that in
So
2017.
that's 6 years ago.
That's actually. I wish I could paint like that now.
You know what you haven't painted in a while?
What?
Something that you paint very well is 75mm ladies.
Lady.
Feminine, very feminine ladies.
Whoa, she's
I
lady.
think the last proper clutch up one that you did was the sacrifice. Is it blood sacrifice or whatever it's called? The column one.
Yeah.
This is a classic, eh? This model has just been around forever.
Black Sun. It's a good model. It's a really good model.
It is.
It's a nice sculpt too. You know, like it's got a nice balance of knickknacks and doodads versus just nice skin. And
Not over sculpted, is it?
Yeah, it's good. Really good.
See, I think you're getting like the OSL here is this is nice. This is I guess I like subtle OSL.
Yeah,
subtle touches.
Yeah.
What's this guy called again? The red what? What's he called?
The red lion, I think. Red lion. Potentially still on sale from Black Sun. This model was inspired by a version I saw at Massive Voodoo when I went to Massive Voodoo that year.
Oh yeah, how good was that? Did you go? Was this all the way back then?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you went really early in the piece.
Yeah. So let me see. We're getting into possibly.
That's probably another really good example of not splashing in the kiddie pool, right? Is that you're like, I think I want to give this painting thing a go. Right. Well, I guess I'm going to fly over to Germany and go learn.
Yep. Exactly what I did. I'm just trying to remember. Here's another giant model I did.
Look that's that. Is it Lobo? Yeah.
She is gigantic.
Is she?
I think I got a picture of her beside a water bottle. And she like dwarfs the water bottle. Yeah, look at that.
And she's huge. Oh, you painted your Poseidon Seeking model pretty early on in the piece too.
Yeah. We're getting into the territory when I used to potentially use Instagram for my actual life and post pictures of myself. Look at my cat and dog. Oh.
Is that Peaches?
That was Peach, yeah. Oh, there we go. We'll stop there. That was the first Spira I ever painted. Elf Rider.
I love Elf Rider. I think this is like a love-hate model for a lot of people.
It's not an easy model to paint. Let me give you the hot tip.
That's how we like it.
All right, I'm calling this here, Bucks. I'm going to go spray this and pack it up. Might bring it down, might not. We'll decide. Inspired by Bunny, the Bunny version.
Well, look, I'm going to bring a couple of pieces that I might enter, I might not. That are definitely works of a sub caliber, but I'm going to bring them just because it's good to show people.
These are the two. These are the two that I would potentially bring if I wanted to just bump up the numbers. You know, if I was worried that I had rookie numbers. I could bring these two.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Still don't mind which one. She's a tough model to paint.
Yeah.
She's one of the very few models where you're like, all I can look forward to painting on this model is her stomach, and that ain't something to look forward to.
And do you want to know the interesting thing about the stomach is I feel
You
like
finished them, Barn?
good one, Bunny. I feel like the
Legend.
stomach's slightly over sculpted, like just the tiniest bit over defined, and it turns it
Yeah.
into like a dude's stomach instead of a
Yeah.
and it's so
probably
hard.
yeah.
It's so hard to get the balance right.
Are you saying you felt like you got baited into using darker shadows than you needed to?
Exactly.
That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right, mate. Well, appreciate you chatting. Next time I see you is in 2 days' time. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's going to be a good crack, and hopefully we'll spread our edge far and wide and try to put some stuff on media and all that sort of stuff. So
I'll let Ben take care of that. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to raid you one tonight.
Maybe we should go live.
We'll go live during your jam session. I'll just fucking start
Monday
streaming
morning.
Bucks' jam
You're like,
session.
look at this absolute idiot.
All right, great friends. I will happily head off. Excited to see my friends on the weekend and have a wonderful time supporting everyone, splashing around in the kiddie pool of Sydney. And
Mick Back, are you going?
yeah, Mick Back's coming. Mick Back's coming as well. Should be good.
Fantastic. It will be good to razzle dazzle and get everyone together. I think literally everyone from Crimson is going.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Have a great night. Talk to you all soon. Big Dano out.
Ciao.